Bally Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Dallas Cowboys.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Tampa.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Throwing on first down is Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike 55, Mike 55. Check it, reload. Hey, check Mike.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got room. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big run by the big man Fournette. 52 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
No, 72.
Fournette, a first down carry. He can't get him down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
On 4th down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll throw from the gun. Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott from the gun.
Here we go.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy 1st.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
I got him. Shift. Watch the shift.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. That's taken on the 25.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around? The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Now a play fake. Brady. His throw incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it'll bring up third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
From the gun, it's Brady. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Welcome to the NFL, baby.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Did you answer the points per drive ratio? That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On second down now, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. On third down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll go with Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. This into the hands of his running back,
You know they pay
Jones.
me extra for this.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the air again, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that makes it 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The final shot before half for Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Now Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Prescott, flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Prescott to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Ain't doing nothing.
A pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
All day.
And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. To throw is Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A
quick toss outright. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Prescott now. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
He was looking for Gronk that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Check.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
It's run, fellas, it's run. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Set. Flag 20. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Right here, right here.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a pass hauled in downfield and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zerline connects on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. A few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
To throw is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A shotgun give to Fournette. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
What happened? I can't push nothing. Oh, you glitching the game. Okay.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is Tony Pollard. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Pass midfield.
Get out my
He's
game,
at the
bitch.
40. Still
What
going.
you talking about?
And he will score.
What you talking about? Get out my game, ho.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one.
What you talking about? Play pussy, lose. Ran straight up the middle. My game.